Okay, guys. We're here with a Week 4 video recap. I brought the newly named Discount Belichick with me here, so he's going to help me do this. And we lost some sponsorships, and we're no longer sponsored by Natty Light anymore. But we maintain Gatorade. And
luckily, we picked up Crystal Geyser.
Crystal Geyser, new, a nice new addition there. So let's go ahead and jump into things. The first matchup we're going to go over here is Tyler and Adrian Spanks his son. Sorry. But first thing, Tyler, let's get a name change here. Let's get something creative. You and Toss, that goes for you too, Toss, and Ochoa. We need some creativity in this league. So let's just jump into the matchup. Really, just a poor week from Dorian's players. What do you think, Jake?
I just think none of them showed up, Rob, to be honest with you.
It was just...
LaShawn McCoy only having 1 point. Steven Jackson only having 5.
Oh.
They were all projected to get a lot more than that.
Yeah, even Brandon Marshall, 7 points. 2 from Garcon. Oh, yeah.
It just seems like a lot of the receptions have been going to Alshon Jeffrey lately for Jay Cutler, to be honest. So
yeah. Who has Jeffrey in our league?
I believe that would be Discount Belichick.
It's you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm sure you've been loving him. I have him in one of my other leagues. He's been doing pretty good. On Tyler's end, what's up with Kaepernick, Tyler? Luck should be in there every week. He's a beast. He's a stud. I think he's ranked number 1 out of all the quarterbacks in the league. He is ranked number 1. Other than that,
Redskins defense. I guess they were going against the Giants, so that's plausible.
yeah, that's brutal. The -3 from the defense. But great, Larry Donnell. There's no way he was started in more than 10% of the leagues out there. So that's a great start,
It was a shot in the dark.
I don't think he was owned by 10% of leagues until this week.
Yeah, he wasn't owned in many leagues. Just, Tyler, you saw something there. Great call by starting him. Did he even have a tight end on the... That's his only tight end on the roster.
Julio Jones did subpar.
That's not bad if he's doing that. What else here? Important notes. Dorian Bernard being on a bye, that hurt him a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely had 3 players on a bye. Not like Welker's been doing too much, but...
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully...
And Cam Newton's not showed up this season at all.
No, Cam's been rough. Actually, both of your quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, he's been decent.
About
Has he?
points.
Better than Cam, no doubt.
20 points a game.
So having him on the bye.
For the viewers here, Dorian's here. He's just not in the video. He's actually being a good student here studying. Unlike me and Jacob right now. So hopefully we can all be as good as students as Dorian one day.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next matchup. We're just gonna go ahead and we'll jump into my matchup versus Steve Madden. This was I gotta say it was the closest one of the week. The score may not show it, but going into Monday Night Football, going into Sunday Night Football, we were tied at 71 apiece.
Yeah.
3 players left each, anyone's game, and that Monday Night Patriot debacle just, what do you have? Caleb had 3 people run on Monday night.
Right. And
Ridley, 2 points. Edelman, 2 points. Defense, -4.
So he could have started absolutely no one.
Yeah, went even on the night with 3 players. That's a disappointment. I know he was upset just with the whole Patriots losing is one thing, but them hurting him in fantasy, I'm sure, didn't make him too happy. So let's look at the bench here.
I guess he must have recently picked up Zach Ertz, right? I'm pretty sure he
was he drafted?
Oh, I don't know.
No, he was drafted. He actually picked up Zach Ertz in the 14th round.
Oh, okay, just a late draft pick.
Yeah, so that's actually you have Julius, so that hurt Caleb's. That's a bunch of points right there. At least a touchdown.
Yeah.
Who knows what else? My whole fucking bench was on a bye.
They made a good decision starting Aaron Rodgers over Jay Cutler, though, at least, because that could have been debatable.
Yeah, definitely.
Rob, you had so many players on a bye.
Oh, I only had 1 player on my bench play.
Your bench had
my bench had 3 points. I only had 1 player even play. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I have Kelvin Benjamin. I picked him up. He was a free agent in our league until this week. I don't know why he was a free agent in our league till this week.
Was in another league too.
It should not have happened.
Nope.
Dorian picked him up in his other league. I think I'm very pleased with that pickup.
Yes.
Helped me a lot. 13 points. That's something to be proud of. So really not too much to expand on there. So We're gonna move into the discount Belichick's versus just a breeze. And Jacob, I'm gonna let you take over on this one and just
That's
go ahead
fine.
and tell me what happened here.
Well, to start off with the name change, it primarily happened because of my recent pickup of Tom Brady, which probably not the best decision I've ever made. But you know what? I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to change my name. So we're down to discount Belichick. As it turns out, I've traded Matt Stafford, so I have now Kirk Cousins, Nick Foles, and Tom Brady. Not in this matchup, but coming in. So basically, I had Matt Stafford on my bench with 25. But assuming I had the three quarterbacks that I now have, I would have had 3 points. One with 3 points, one with 4 points, and one with 5 points.
That's going to be interesting having Cousins and Stafford now. 'Cause
Right.
Cousins, I mean, he had a bad week last week, but I could see him going off.
It's manageable, yeah.
Having a few more good weeks left in him. So,
But I don't know.
Breeze side, Calvin getting you 1 point. I know he went out. Did he leave the game early with an injury? Or?
He might have. I don't.
I
Eddie
believe he did.
Royal showed up though. I mean, he made up for whatever Calvin didn't.
2 catches, I believe, pretty long ones too. One for like 40-some yards, one for like 50-some yards. Really, the defense is what lost him this game.
Right.
Look at that.
-10. He
That sucks
About-
balls. Who'd you have? Oh, and that hurts with the Chiefs defense on the bench.
Oh my.
That's a 28-point swing with defenses. You went from -10 to possibly gaining 18. That's
Looks
tough
like
to
Rob
deal with.
Gronkowski definitely showed up even with the poor performance from the Patriots. So you know that he's still going to be good just week in week out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a nice little bench there. Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
Alshon
Where did Trent
Jeffrey.
Richardson come from? I mean, he hasn't done anything.
Trent
I don't think.
Richardson has been having an awful year.
Right. As with the end of last year when he got traded from the Browns.
I actually had him in my other league this week, and luckily enough, I started him. But that's a hard play to see for Blair because Bradshaw Morris, that's definitely the play over Richardson, the way he's been playing. Golden Tate has been having a good year, opposite of Calvin Johnson.
Right.
So
May look at starting him going forward.
yeah, but the thing is, Calvin's that guy you just
Not
cannot.
over. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, Eddie Royal maybe have.
That's true. Yeah, get him to change those.
That's tough having both receivers. I know Josh has that dilemma with Cobb and Nelson.
Such a dilemma Josh has.
Yeah, such a dilemma.
I don't know what he will do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he had 22 points sitting on his bench when they
Right.
could have been in play. Just it's tough. I know Caleb's in that situation with Vereen and Ridley too. It's tough knowing which one's going to play. So that's about all for that one. And for our next, let's go ahead and start on this tossed Andrew raping. This was unbelievable. I believe it was up to a triple-digit lead at one point. Yeah, it was something else. Just, I don't know. Andrew made a trade this week, and no, it didn't work. But this actually brings us to something we haven't done yet in our show.
A new segment.
A new segment we're going to add where we actually have our first caller on the show. So, let's see if he's here.
Well, hello there, Mr. Robinho.
Andrew, what's up, man? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you all right. Can you hear me all right?
Yep, we can hear you just fine. So we're going over your matchup here, you versus Tossed. You had another low-scoring week, but you made a trade this past week. So why don't you tell me about why you did that and how you think that's going to help out your team?
Yeah. Well, let me just make one thing clear. Jacob's got a real good team, but he totally screwed up there to make Matt Stafford for freaking Tom Brady. Tom Brady sucks. All right. Like, did you watch that game yesterday? He's
Oh, I
trash.
watched it. He
Yeah,
shit the bed.
Yeah, I as did I, Andrew. I did watch it.
We actually have Jacob here with us co-hosting this
However,
show.
I also did watch San Francisco's game, and Frank Gore definitely showed up. And I'm always at a
Yeah, that
debate.
is true, and that's why.
I'm at a debate
I'm just
always.
saying that's why I feel like it was a fair trade.
No, it still might not have been, but honestly, dude, we need some competition here.
And well, I don't know. You look at the points that they gave. You did have each have one guy being swapped that went off.
Right.
And I believe the other two guys didn't even play, or one played Monday night maybe.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy?
Well, we had
Michael Floyd. And,
yeah, Michael Floyd. I don't
Michael
really
Floyd didn't
keep track
play.
of him.
Frank Gore.
Yeah, no, Michael Floyd
Yeah,
was
but
on a
that's a
bye
good
week.
pickup too. Michael Floyd and Frank Gore, those are two evenly producing guys right now. Frank Gore just had his first big game of the season.
Michael Floyd's good for that
the
deep
number one receiver
threat.
for the Cardinals right now.
Yeah, he'll
He's
break.
gonna do his shit.
Touchdown.
Yeah, you can.
Long
He's that
touchdown.
type of receiver who can go out there and break that 70, 80-yard reception, and boom, that's in our league. That's a 14-point play right there.
Exactly. That's exactly what my team needs. I need a pick me up. I need a guy who's going to go out there and make a big catch. Him and AJ Green together and Victor Cruz are three big playmakers down the field. There's always a possibility for them to get like a 65, 70-yard touchdown reception. And honestly, with Matthew Stafford, like I think that he's at least a guaranteed 15 points per week. I mean,
Yeah,
he killed it this
AJ
week.
Green needs to get over that fucking toe injury.
Yeah,
He looked like a real good move. Tom Brady was looking like trash. So honestly, I'm happy with the way the trade's looking right now.
yeah, definitely. And you got to be happy. I mean, you got destroyed with injuries. You got healthy AJ Green coming up next week. You finally have a healthy Jamal Charles. I know Paul got whacked on Thursday Night Football, just destroyed. But
I don't know if he's gonna be back.
no, I just looked. It says he's questionable now, but I would not.
Take a back seat.
Yeah, he got rocked. So, yeah, Andrew, I actually I can see you turning around here. Because think, you had 61 points this week, and what we were talking about earlier, if you had Stafford in over Brady, that's a 20-point swing. You're in the 80s, and you're beating 3 people this week.
And, and also pre-trade, if you would have thrown Frank Gore in there, that would have been another. I mean, not enough to take down Toss, but still, you'd be.
An average scoring team.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, you'd be up at least
That's
another.
what I'm saying. I mean, Tom's just picked a good ass team. Like I don't know how he does it, but get Peyton Manning and what's his name on the bench too, Marshawn Lynch.
It's that honors
players on the
college,
bench.
Yeah, it's
And
all
he
those.
still scored 120 points.
It's that extra hour of honors classes he takes. It just they do fantasy football. I feel like they don't talk about
They
school.
don't do shit.
But
I just feel like that if Jamal Charles is starting to turn it around, have AJ Green healthy, I think that things could be possibly looking up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Definitely.
having a race yet. I'm not counting myself out.
yeah, definitely. But like you just got to make sure you put yourself in the 80-90 range every week to have a chance to win. I mean, you
Exactly.
go up against 122, you're not going to win many weeks anyway. So
Now in the future, I don't have to worry about the Seahawks having a bye week. I got some of my byes out of the way. AJ Green's good to go for the rest of the season. I got I don't know. I just think that don't sleep on the team because I'm coming for y'all, and especially Caleb. I'm coming back for that rematch. I'm gonna get that win.
definitely. I'm sure they're looking forward to
all
it.
sorts of shit. I'm gonna whoop his ass.
I have it pulled up right now, and who do you play next week? You actually play
I think I
Tyler.
have,
You play Tyler. That's gonna be a good matchup. Tyler's been hot lately. Started out 0-2.
Who the hell do I have? I just checked.
You play Tyler. You play Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. Tyler's another good team. I don't know. Everyone's team is good because we have a small league, but
Yeah.
shit, I don't know.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens.
Like I said,
Worst comes to worst, I'll just start selling players off. I'll start getting for AJ Green at 10 bills, so like I'll make like half the money back right there.
there you go. Smart thinking. Well, all right, man. We're gonna get this video all wrapped up. So thanks for calling in.
Hey man, thanks
Nice
for having
having you.
me. I enjoyed this.
All right.
These videos are classic staple to the fantasy league.
Yep. I'll see you, man.
All right, thanks, brother.
So that was Andrew on the phone, making it the first call into the fantasy football recap. So I believe we went over every game, right? Are we missing one?
Go over your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, briefly. Yeah, so that's every
Oh,
game
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what I went on the predictions last week. I think I went 2-2.
Yeah.
I think I had me and Josh right, and I was wrong in picking Dorian, and I was wrong in picking Blair.
Yeah.
So that brings me to 6-2. So let's go ahead and pick next week's matchups, which we're gonna start with Andrew. We just had him on the phone, and that's where I'm gonna go ahead and make my upset pick here. I have Andrew getting his first win next week. I think the trade's gonna help him. He is going up against Tyler, who's started out 0-2 and then put up big numbers the last 2 weeks, but he's my upset pick. I have Andrew winning this week. What do you think about this?
It's hard to lose 5 games in a row.
That
So
is
I think I'm
true.
gonna have to agree with you there. And also with the addition of Matt Stafford, I think it's probably gonna do some good for him.
And you got Stafford at home, Buffalo coming to town.
Right. It's
So-
definitely it's
Big numbers looking up.
all the
for
components
him.
for big numbers.
Where you have on the other end, you have Tyler with Kaepernick, KC coming into town, and then
Yeah,
Andrew
you
Luck
gotta
going
start. You gotta
and
start
Andrew
low.
Luck going up against Baltimore. I mean, whatever you decide to do with that, Baltimore, KC, those are 2 good defenses. I got to give the edge to Stafford on the quarterback there. And yeah. Oh, before we go too far, I wanted to bring up, how do you say his name? for Minnesota running back?
Oh, Matt Asiata.
Asiata. Tyler, that was also a great pick by you. 3 touchdowns this week,
Just
and
Fitting his backup play.
Did he
Had
go
more
in the
carries
draft?
than him too.
maybe on all the running backs went off. Yeah, I think. So
I think Asiata's backup had more carries than what Asiata did, and Asiata had 3 touchdowns.
yeah, 20-some points,
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
So good move picking him up. When Peterson went down, I'm sure you were pretty distraught, but way to counter that with his backup. He's definitely fit in nicely. So let's see here. My next pick for next week is going. We'll go ahead and do my matchup, me versus Dorian. And man, this is a tough one. I looking at the projections right now, Dorian's projected 3 more than me. But you know what? I gotta like where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and go with myself on this one, just because I have I got Matt Ryan going against the Giants D. I know they shut down Kirk Cousins, but I'd like to think Matt Ryan's a little better than him. I'm actually a dilemma with my running backs this week, which is a good dilemma. I don't know which ones to start, and they all are pretty decent. So
I'm going to
Looks
think this is probably the closest matchup of the week.
yeah, and looking,
No
no one's
doubt.
on a bye. We don't have
Right.
any one player on a
Good.
bye between either of our teams, so it's
'Cause
just
our
like
whole
those
team went on
first.
bye.
Yeah,
Could go either
me
way.
and Dorian are bye free this week. We don't have to worry about it. We can play our best players. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one as the matchup of the week.
Yeah, definitely matchup of the week.
So let's move on to 5. Who did you pick in that one, by the way?
I'm going to, looking forward, I'm not going to try to agree with you on everything because that doesn't make for a
Yeah.
very fun matchup. But, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Dorian's going to win. I'm going to
Okay.
go with that. Yep.
All right, so we both have Ochoa winning, but then we're split. I have me. Jacob's taking Dorian. So let's move on here to Caleb and Jacob. This one, I'm gonna give it to Jacob. I mean, Caleb started out great, 2-0, but he's sliding, 0-2. He does have Aaron Rodgers at home versus Minnesota.
Yeah.
Big numbers could happen there, but then again, Nick Foles at home versus St. Louis. Big numbers
Yeah.
could also happen there.
Yep.
Look
Look at what Vikings. Look at what Vikings defense did to Atlanta. Shut them out this week.
Yeah,
Atlanta shut them out completely.
yeah.
Destroyed them.
hmm So, yeah, that's something.
Maybe not shut them out, but
Yeah,
it
you
worked.
shut them down. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Jacob on that one. Jacob, who do you
Yeah,
have?
I'm gonna take myself on that one as well.
And then as far as the toss versus anal, we're going to have who?
I can't not pick Toss on that.
I know. I
It's
don't
really-
want him to win.
right, I
I'm
don't
pulling
either.
for
I'm pulling
Breeze,
for Blair, but
but it's gonna be Toss. His team. He's been the
Landslide, man.
best by far in the league. He's running away with the overall.
We need someone to get hurt on his team.
Yeah, we need an injury. The league needs something to happen to one of Toss
I
players.
think his team is the only team that hasn't been phased by injuries. Is it?
Yeah, you look at points. He has 434 points, and the second highest is me and Tyler tied at 388. So he's ahead of us by 40. So he has a 40-point lead on just the second highest person. That's a lot. Not to mention he's almost 200 ahead of Ochoa. Through 4 weeks, almost has 200 more fantasy points. So that's just something needs to slow Toss down. Hopefully his players are due for a bum week, so hopefully that comes. But I know this video is running kind of long, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So that's all from us this week. I'll see you guys again next week for the thing. Jacob, thanks for being here.
yeah, it was an honor.
All right, guys. See ya.